You've probably noticed it at the supermarket. Laundry detergents keep getting more innovative. Capsules, sheets, 5-in-1 formulas, built-in softener, miracle scent tech. And somehow, the basics keep getting more expensive at the same time. But here's what most shoppers don't realize. In lab testing, some of the newest formats barely clean better than plain water. And some of the most convenient formats come with safety warnings that a lot of families never hear about. In today's video, we're exposing 7 laundry detergents that Aussies should think twice about. And at the end, I'll reveal 3 laundry detergents that are actually worth your money. Plus, I'll show you the exact label tricks to watch for, so you can spot these issues yourself next time you're shopping. Stay with me, because what I'm about to show you might change how you shop forever. Now, let's kick things off with number 7. Number 7. Aldi Green Action Laundry Liquid Concentrate, the plant-derived surfactants budget liquid, commonly found at Aldi. On the surface, it looks like the smart choice. Eco-vibe branding, concentrate positioning, and a promise that sounds gentler and greener than the mainstream stuff. But here's the first hard reality. In choice lab testing, this product sat right at the bottom for top-loading machines, with a choice expert rating in the mid-40s. That's not pretty good for the price, that's you might need a second wash. Now here's the label trap. Green Action sells a plant-derived surfactants story, but plant-derived does not automatically mean works well or better for the environment. It's a sourcing description, not a performance guarantee. And if a detergent is so weak you have to rewash, you're not saving anything. You're paying twice the electricity, twice the water, twice the time. The second issue is the concentrate trick. With concentrates, the dose is everything. If the cap size or dosing instructions push you toward using more than you need, your real cost per wash jumps fast. And because this product already performed poorly in testing, a lot of shoppers respond by pouring in extra. So, who should be cautious? If you wash work clothes, gym gear, kids' uniforms, or anything that actually carries odor and grime, this isn't the place to gamble on low cleaning power. Better approach. If you want value, choose a detergent that's proven to clean well at a low cost per wash, not one that just sounds nicer on the front label. Because number 6 is the perfect example of marketing confidence that does not match the wash result. Number 6. Restore Fresh Linen Laundry Detergent Sheets, the plastic-free dissolvable sheet that looks like the modern upgrade, commonly found at Woolworths and Chemist Warehouse. These sheets have exploded in popularity because they solve real annoyances. No heavy bottles, no messy liquid, no scoops, no spills, and they often claim things like naturally derived ingredients and no harmful chemicals. That sounds like the dream. But here's the thing. In choice lab testing, Restore's fresh linen laundry sheets were one of the lowest scoring products. In top loader testing, they scored in the mid-40s, and Choice explicitly pointed out that plain water scored around the same, and in some cases, better. That's not amazing. That's you just paid for packaging theatre. Now add the price reality. Restore can look cheap because the pack is small and light, but it's still a per-wash purchase. And if the cleaning result is weak, the hidden cost is rewashing, pre-treating, or using 2 sheets, which destroys the value. Now here's the marketing mismatch. A product can be plastic-free and still not do the job. And if the front is shouting, tough on stains, while the lab score is barely above water, that's the exact kind of gap you need to catch before you buy. Start with the biggest impact that still cleans. Use a proven powder, dose properly, and avoid rewashes. Because the worst eco outcome is a product that makes you wash twice. And if you think that's bad, number 5 is another sheet brand that sells a premium story while delivering a near-water result. Number 5. Lucent Globe Laundry Detergent Sheets Ocean Breeze. The natural ingredients, no plastic packaging sheets, commonly found online and at Chemist Warehouse. The surface appeal is obvious. No plastic packaging, Aussie-owned branding, and a big promise that the sheets stack up on value and performance. But the test result is the problem. In choice lab testing, these detergent sheets landed in the same low bracket. In top loaders, they scored around the mid-40s, right alongside plain water. So the first issue is performance. If a product is positioned as a full detergent replacement, but the cleaning result is near water, you're paying for convenience, not cleanliness. The second issue is price framing. These brands often talk price per wash. But the real price per wash depends on how many sheets you use for a real load. If you need 1.5 sheets for dirty clothes, or you start doubling up because the results are weak, your cost per wash jumps. And the third issue is the trust gap. When a product leads with environmental positioning, shoppers assume it's been engineered to work as well as the old school stuff. That assumption is exactly what gets punished in testing. So who should be cautious? If you're switching from powder because you want the same results with less clutter, this is where you risk paying for the idea, not the outcome. Better approach. If you're curious about sheets, treat them as a light load product at best, not a main detergent for heavy-duty washing, because number 4 is another sheet brand that leans hard into bigger and stronger, while still landing near the bottom of the table. Number 4. Skipper laundry detergent sheets, the 50% larger sheets that look like the upgraded version, commonly found online and sometimes through promotions. Skipper's pitch is simple: bigger sheets, enzymes, less waste, mess-free, and they even tell you to use more sheet for heavier loads. Half a sheet for light
loads, 1.5 to 2 sheets for heavy loads.
Now here's the problem.
In choice lab testing, Skipper's laundry sheets scored low, sitting in the same weak performance band as other sheets, barely above water. So the first issue is obvious. The format is convenient, but the cleaning power, as tested, is not delivering. The second issue is the dosing trap. Skipper openly tells you that heavy loads may need up to 2 sheets. If your real-world use becomes 1.5 sheets as your normal, your cost per wash is no longer what you thought you were buying. And the third issue is expectation management. Sheets are sold as the modern replacement for powders and liquids. If you're still watching and finding this helpful, do me a favor. Drop the number 73 in the comments. It helps me know you're getting value from these investigations. And if you haven't already, smash that subscribe button and hit the bell so you never miss an episode. Alright, let's keep going with number 3. Number 3. Radiant Advanced and Softens 5 in 1 laundry liquid. The built-in softener plus stain removal liquid, commonly found at Woolworths and major supermarkets. This is a classic supermarket play. Make 1 bottle do everything. Cleaner, softener, easy iron, scent, color care, all wrapped in a 5-in-1 badge that makes it feel like a better deal. But the first issue is performance. In choice lab testing, this product set among the low scorers, in the same area as the sheet detergents and the bottom tier products. So the 5-in-1 story is not translating to actually cleans better. Second issue. Built-in softener sounds like value, but it can be a trade-off. When you cram multiple functions into one product, you're not always getting the best version of any of them. You might get a detergent that cleans worse than a good powder, and a softening effect that's weaker than a dedicated softener. But you still pay for the promise. Third issue, the scent trap. This product leans on fragrance as part of the experience. Fresh cherry blossom scent, lightly scented clothes, and for a lot of shoppers, that scent becomes the sign of clean. But fragrance is not cleaning, it's perfume. So who should be cautious? If you buy detergents mainly for stain removal and you're washing heavier loads, work clothes, kids' clothes, sports gear, this is where smells nice can hide. Did not clean properly.
Number 2. Aldi Laundrite laundry liquid, the ultra-budget liquid that people grab because it feels like a steal, commonly found at Aldi. Let's be fair, a cheap detergent can be a win if it works. But with this one, choice testing is the warning sign. In choices testing and public summaries, this product has been called out as a low performer in its category, sitting around the 50% range in at least one test set. So the first issue is straightforward.
Low performance means you either accept less cleaning or you compensate with extra steps. More product, hotter wash, extra cycles, pre-treat. That destroys the savings. Second issue, the liquid illusion. A lot of shoppers assume liquids are gentler, better for cold wash, and easier to dissolve. Sometimes that's true, but the only thing that matters is results per wash. And if the score is low, the format does not save you. Third issue, the price per wash trap. A cheap price per wash looks great on paper, but if you need 2 washes, your real price per clean load is double. So who should be cautious? If you're buying this as your main detergent for everything, including stains and heavy soil, this is where it can cost you time and electricity. And now, number 1. This is the one I want every parent and every household to hear, because it's not just about cleaning, it's about safety. Number 1. Active Expert 3-in-1 Laundry. Capsules. The no-mess capsules that promise detergent, stain remover, and conditioner in one, commonly found at supermarkets like IGA and other retailers. Capsules are the ultimate convenience product. Pre-measured, no spills, no guessing. Drop it in and walk away. But here's the problem. In choice lab testing, Active Expert's 3-in-1 capsules sat among the worst performers, around the low 50s. So you're paying for convenience while getting bottom-tier cleaning results. That's issue number 1. Issue number 2 is price logic. Capsules feel controlled, but they're not automatically better value. You pay per unit. If your load is small, you might be overdosing. If your load is heavy, you might need 2. Either way, the per wash number is not always what it seems. And issue number 3 is the one that matters most. Liquid detergent capsules have been the subject of repeated safety warnings. The ACCC has warned about injuries to children from laundry detergent. Capsules, including reports of serious harm when they burst or are ingested. Product safety authorities have also warned that these capsules can burst with small pressure and can dissolve quickly with moisture. So, if you have kids around, capsules are not a casual product. They're a store-it-like medication product. Out of sight, out of reach, locked up if needed. So, who should be cautious? Families with young kids, households where laundry gets done in a hurry, anyone who keeps detergents in a low cupboard. Now that we've exposed the ones to avoid, it's time to shift gears, because not everything on Australian shelves is trying to trick you. Here are 3 laundry detergents that actually deliver on their promises. Omo powder. This is the boring answer, and it's boring because it works. In choice lab testing, Omo powder was the top performer for front-loading machines, with an expert rating in the low 80s. And it was also a recommended option in top-loader testing. That means you get proven cleaning power across the 2 most common machine types. Second advantage. Cost per wash is not the cheapest, but it's predictable. If you dose properly, you're paying for cleaning, not for perfume marketing or fancy formats. Third advantage. Powder format. Powders consistently do well in testing because they handle stains and soil removal efficiently, especially on whites and heavily soiled loads. Practical note. Use the right amount. Most people overdose detergent. Start with the lower dose on the scoop and only increase if your loads are genuinely dirty. Aldi Trimat Advanced Laundry Powder Concentrate. If your goal is value without giving up results, this one is the standout. In choice lab testing, Aldi Trimat Advanced Laundry Powder Concentrate was a top pick, scoring high for front loaders, and also leading the top loader category among recommended products. And the cost per wash sits in the low cents range compared to many big brands. So you get a rare combo. Strong cleaning, low cost, easy to find if you have an Aldi nearby. Practical note. Because it's concentrate, measure carefully. The best way to lose the savings is to free pour. Use the scoop, start small, and let the machine do its job. Coles Ultra Concentrate Laundry Powder. Not everyone has Aldi nearby. So here's a good, mainstream supermarket option that still makes sense.
Choice listed Coles Ultra Concentrate Laundry Powder as a best buy option for front loaders with a strong expert rating and a cost per wash under 30 cents. That's the sweet spot. Available at a major retailer. Good performance, real value. Practical note: watch for half-price specials, but also watch the unit pricing. Sometimes a bigger box isn't cheaper per wash if the dosing is higher. So how do you spot these?
Tricks yourself when I'm not there with you in the aisle. Here's your quick checklist. First, stop shopping by bottle size. Shop by cost per wash. If the pack screams 70 washes, check what dose they used to get that number. Second, treat all-in-one claims as marketing until proven. 3-in-1, 5-in-1. Build softener. If the lab score is low, those extra promises are just extra words. Third, be careful with detergent sheets. Right now, multiple sheet brands have tested near plain water in top loading machines. If you buy them, treat them as a light load product, not your main detergent. Fourth, capsules are convenience, not automatically quality. Some capsules perform well, some are at the bottom. Always check independent testing if you can. Fifth, if you have young kids, store capsules like a hazard product. Out of reach, out of sight, and never in a low cupboard. There are formal product safety warnings on this category for a reason. Sixth, don't confuse fragrance with cleaning. A strong scent can make you feel like it worked, even when the stains are still there. Seventh, start with less detergent than the label suggests. Overdosing can leave residue on clothes and in the machine, and it wastes money. If you're not getting results, adjust the process first. Load size, water temperature, pre-treat, then detergent amount. Look, the Australian grocery and retail landscape is full of marketing tricks designed to make you spend more while getting less. But when you know what to look for, you take back control. You vote with your wallet, and companies notice. If this video helped you see through the marketing, do me a solid. Hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and share this with someone who needs to see it. Because the more Aussies who know these tricks, the harder it gets for brands to get away with them. Thanks so much for watching. See you in the next episode, where we uncover more hidden truths behind everyday Aussie products.